start, living my life. I was a bank teller at a major bank there, and he did not know where I was. So he was on that phone calling like crazy. So I gave in. I told him where I was. He moved to Dallas, Texas. He tried to be a better person, and that's when Usher was born. It was an amazing moment. He was there. He was actually in the room with me when I delivered, and he was running up and down the hall. I have a boy. Because it was a good sight to him, but it was the drugs that controlled him. So the reality of the situation is really bad, and I am accepting the fact that I was wrong. So now I have to make it right. So when Usher turned 1, I was like, I'm not bringing my kid up in this. So I left. And I moved back to Chattanooga, Tennessee with my mom. Everyone was so relieved. They were so happy that I had finally realized that this was not the right situation for me. So I went to work at Blue Cross Blue Shield, and I moved in my own apartment and took care of my son. And at this point, because of what I had gone through in Dallas, it was time for me to live again, because I'm still young now. I'm 23 years old. So later, I reconnected with my high school sweetheart, fell in love, married him, had James. My second husband, he was not abusive or anything like that. He was just a mommy's boy that I really could not deal with. So I divorced my second husband. So now my focus was on one thing, my kids. As I grew, I was the youth director in my church choir at St. Elmo Missionary Baptist Church. And Usher was in my choir. He was really talented. He could really sing, but he was really bad too.
She was like, I'm really no nonsense. I'm not really going to take it easy on you. Just because you my son, don't think you're going to be in my choir acting a butt. I'm going to kick you out, and that's it. So I got kicked out of the choir a couple times. She let me back in because I was talented. You know what I'm saying? But one day, there were these performers who came to our school.
He came home. He was like, Mom, oh my God, this group performed. I want to be a part of that group.
This is something I really want to do. She's like, okay, a little leery. Mom always like, okay, what is this all about?
I'm a working mother, single working mother. I don't really have time to do all this. But he continues to bug me about this group. And so we signed a contract with this guy, and I allowed him to be in that group. They performed around the city and started recording.
Every time we would perform, we would then go out, try to sell tapes to let people know about what we do.
But there were certain things that I just wouldn't allow my kid to do. And so I'd have to sit down and talk to Usher and say, I can't allow you to stand in front of a grocery store and sell music when I don't know where the money is going. I didn't know anything about royalties. It's just common sense. So I actually approached the manager and asked him to give me reporting.